In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this amazing tasty African dessert called nanbourrue, and it is made with rice balls and baobab cream, and how to use the same baobab cream to make amazing, delicious, and nutritious juices. Stay tuned. If you want to learn how to make flavorful food that promotes overall health, beauty, fight inflammation, and help you stay fit, this is a channel for you. Let's learn to make amazing food and homemade products for beauty and glow. Welcome to Nature to Tea, a channel where you'll find out-of-the-box and delicious recipes minus the toxins. So let's talk about the amazing baobab. By the way, it is called the tree of life for a very good reason, because literally you can survive on just this tree. You can eat the leaf and the bark. You can even live inside of this tree or store water in it. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to talk about the baobab fruit. And I'm using the baobab powder, which is from the baobab tree. It is rich in vitamin C, a good source of collagen. It is high in antioxidants, good source of fiber, may help regulate your blood sugar levels, can support heart health, also helps with electrolytes, so it's good for hydration. It has anti-aging benefits. So if you're into beauty and glow and also health, this is one of those superfoods that you should be including in your diet. And by the way, this is my second baobab video, so if you want to check out the other one, you may too, because that video also includes other juices using fruits and natural herbs. For this recipe, you will need pineapple, some kind of creamy milk, some rice ball, sweetener, and of course the baobab powder. We're going to put all these ingredients into a good blender and blend it until everything is nice and smooth, starting with about a half a cup of pineapple, about 1/3 cup of a creamy milk, like half and half. You can also use coconut milk. Also 1/3 cup of baobab powder. I don't know why I decided to use this regular spoon, but you can just get a measuring cup and put about 1/3 cup. Also, how much baobab powder you add depends on how strong you want the taste to be. Then we're gonna add about 6 cups of water. Another thing that I like to add to this is soursop juice. Either from straight from the soursop is better, obviously, if you have access to that. However, soursop is kind of pricey, so I'll skip that part. But you can also buy the juice if you can find an authentic soursop juice. But you're gonna go ahead, put all your ingredients in a blender. Go ahead and blend it. And I like to blend this really well first before adding in my sweetener. The best sweetener to add is honey, but if you don't have access to that or you prefer using sugar, please do use organic cane sugar. That way you can skip the toxins. Now once everything is blended, I went ahead and add some honey, and this is organic raw honey. You also want to add about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Another thing that I usually add to this is nutmeg powder, except for I ran out at the time that I was filming this video. But if you have nutmeg powder, go ahead and add it to it. Now once all my flavors are added, I'm going to once again blend everything. This is what it looks like once it's blended, rich and creamy. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some water, about 6 cups of water. And I like to add water in the blender. As you can see, there's still some in there, and we don't want to waste any of this. So you want to go ahead and add water to your blender, wash that out, and then add more water to dilute. Now the thickness of this depends on how you want it. However, for the rice ball, the thicker it is, the better. And I did ended up adding more baobab powder to the rice ball baobab cream so that it is thicker. It tastes better when it's thicker when you eat it with the rice ball. However, I'm making all in one here, so this is the juice part of it. If you were gonna strictly make this cream just for the rice ball, it should be a little thicker than this, but you can also make a juice just like this and then add a little bit more baobab powder and maybe a little bit more sweetener for the rice ball baobab cream. So now I'm gonna go ahead and mix this really well. And once it's done, you can store the rest in your fridge. But this is a delicious and nutritious juice. If you want your vitamin C, if you want your antioxidants, this is one of the ways to get it. It is really good for you in health and it tastes amazing. Sometimes I do like to add hibiscus juice or syrup. By the way, hibiscus tastes really good with baobab juice. And this is hibiscus syrup that I made. I believe it is in one of my previous videos. I believe maybe my juice videos. But yeah, they go really well together. And also, I like to decorate a little bit, so why not? But this juice tastes amazing whether by itself or if you want to mix it with hibiscus juice or hibiscus syrup, like I am right here. All right, so for the rice balls, by the way, this is my first time ever making my own rice balls. I believe you can purchase some. Usually, when I eat this dessert, it's at a party because African parties, from my culture, they do like to make rice balls with the baba cream. But anyway, I decided to take it upon myself to make my own rice balls from scratch. So I blended some rice, turn it into flour, and then basically you just want to add water to the rice powder or rice flour and like toss and turn and kind of do this thing right here, what my grandmother used to do when she used to make her rice pearls or rice balls and turn other grains into small little balls. So this is how we do it back home, I think. It was a nice experiment, by the way. But basically, you just keep adding water, not too much water though. So you have to test it out and see. It's kind of one of those that you just feel as you go. If that makes sense, like the experts know what they're doing when they make this thing, and it looks so easy. But basically, you're just trying to make balls out of this flour by tossing the flour around, going in circles, and just keep repeating the process. And if you need more water, you keep adding water as you go until you get the consistency that you want. And I see people make perfect little rice balls in this way. I don't even know how, because you will see in a bit that they're not as even. There were some chunky ones, some small ones, but I tried. But yeah, people do it so nice and perfectly. I don't know how. I'm still in the learning process and hopefully I'll get there one day. But I believe they do sell rice balls or rice pearls online or in some stores. So you can buy that to skip this a very difficult task. But it was a nice experience. So I went ahead and kept doing this. This took about maybe 20 minutes to get to the consistency that I kind of was going for. So after the struggle, this is what I was able to get. Not too bad for it being my first time. I just need a little bit more practice. But anyway, what you want to do next is to steam this rice. And when you do steam this rice, you have to keep adding water as you steam it. And get a good steamer. I'm just using a bamboo steamer here. But just make sure you lay something on it so that it doesn't slip through because they're kind of small. It should be smaller for the most part, but like I said, I'm still learning this. But yeah, you want to go ahead and steam this for at least 30 minutes. While it is steaming, you also want to sprinkle some water to it at least every 10 minutes or so that it doesn't dry out. And once it's done, you put it on a in a container, let it cool down, and it is ready to be served. And for this, you take as much as you want and just add some of the baobab cream and enjoy. This dessert is so delicious. I mean, you can also eat it for breakfast or as a snack, but usually we eat it as a dessert and we call it nanbourrue. It is really tasty, and the cream part of it, at least, is very nutritious. However, you have to be mindful for the rice. You know what? Maybe you can use a healthier grain instead of white rice. I'm thinking. I haven't tried it that way, but I'm just saying for people who are on restricted diets. But maybe if I do try that, I'll let you know. However, it tastes better with white rice. Anyway, this wraps it up for this video. I hope you learned something from it. And if you do know what this dessert is, or if you make it a little bit different than how I showed it in this video, please do comment below and let me know. I hope you have an amazing day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I hope to catch you on my next video.